Everybody hear me all right? I think somebody said let's start.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Just a reminder to make sure that your microphone is muted if you're not speaking. I want to welcome everyone to the OEA Energy Awards 2020. I hope you are all doing as well as you can under the circumstances. My name is Mike Crawley. I'm the President and CEO of Northland Power and the Chair of the Ontario Energy Association. On behalf of the OEA, I would like to thank you for joining us this evening as we celebrate the industry's successes and recognize achievement and innovation. Tonight's celebration is obviously a little different than usual, but I am glad that we have the opportunity nonetheless to honor this year's winning recipients. The OEA has shown in its research this year that Ontario has an energy system that Ontarians can be proud of. It is one of the cleanest and most affordable energy systems in the world. The industry has also shown tremendous resilience and creativity, keeping our first-rate energy system functioning smoothly while ensuring the safety of their employees during a global pandemic. And OEA members continue to contribute towards improvements in our system. So often the case for many of us that the minute we accomplish something, right on to the next task at hand. It's all too easy to forget to take a moment to celebrate our achievements. Today, we're going to take that moment and highlight just a few of the many accomplishments in our industry over the past year. I wish we had time to show you more of the many great things happening in our sector, as we saw many terrific applications this year. I'd like to thank all those who put forward applications and let us know about their successes. Now, before we welcome this evening's featured speaker, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Hydro One for sponsoring the Energy Awards. Thank you for making this year's Energy Awards possible. I would also like to thank our corporate sponsors. Diamond sponsor, Toronto Hydro. Platinum sponsors, Electra, Enbridge, Hydro One. Silver sponsors, Northland Power, OEC, and our bronze sponsor, Lexicon. Thank you for all of your support. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, Bill Walker, Associate Minister of Energy. Minister Walker is the third-term member of the provincial parliament for Bruce Grey, Owen Sound. He was re-elected to the Ontario legislature on June 7, 2018, with 55% of the popular vote to retain his seat in Bruce Grey, Owen Sound. He also served as the Chief Government Whip and the Minister of Government and Consumer Services. He was appointed to serve as Associate Minister of Energy on June 20th, 2019. Minister Walker also served 7 years in opposition as the Progressive Conservative critic for seniors, long-term care and accessibility, community and social services, long-term care and wellness, children and youth services, as well as Deputy Health Critic for rural and Northern Ontario. He's also a long-time PC caucus nuclear chair. Minister Walker was awarded the Provincial Public Policy Stewardship Award by the Canadian Nuclear Isotope Council in recognition of his contribution to public policy in the field of medical isotopes. Prior to his election to provincial parliament, Minister Walker worked as operations manager at Bruce Power. I want to say how great it is having a minister and a member of the cabinet who has such deep background in our sector. He was also executive director of the Bruce Peninsula Health Services Foundation, where he led a successful campaign to raise $3 million for the Lion's Head and Wyerton hospitals. Without further ado, please welcome Minister Bill Walker.
Thanks very much, Mike and Vincent team. It's really a pleasure to be here at the Ontario Energy Association, and I'm really glad to be participating in your virtual event. I have to say it's very refreshing during these unusual times to celebrate something positive, the contribution of 6 individuals and companies for their outstanding achievements in Ontario's exceptional energy sector. On behalf of Minister Rickford, Premier Ford, and our entire government, let me say thank you in advance to the award winners and your teams today for your valuable service. Your recognition today is truly well deserved. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the Ontario Energy Association and all of its member companies for your commitment and dedication during the COVID-19 pandemic and for your continued efforts as we face new challenges due to COVID-19. Ontario's energy sector has a very long history of safety, resilience, adaptation, and collaboration. And those virtues have been put to the test during this pandemic. Because Ontarians rely on electricity for their health and safety and to power the province's economic activity, the energy sector, including its supply chain, was deemed to be an essential service. And despite dramatic changes in electricity consumption, Ontario's energy sector has kept the lights on across the province throughout the COVID-19 crisis. Your efforts helped to ensure that energy supply continued uninterrupted, supporting those staying at home, as well as critical health services, essential businesses, farms, and other infrastructure across our great province. At the same time, within your own organizations, you work to provide safe workplaces. Many of you also supported our government's response to the pandemic by donating personal protective equipment to healthcare and other frontline workers. Your support and demonstration of the true Ontario spirit did not go unnoticed. Thank you sincerely for all of your efforts. As a government, we acted swiftly and efficiently in response to the crisis by addressing the financial pressures that many Ontario families and businesses were facing with immediate electricity rate relief measures. Since March 24th, 2020, our government was invested just over $175 million to provide emergency rate relief to residential, farm, and small business electricity consumers through the suspension of time of use pricing in Ontario. This action ensured that from March 24th to May 31st, time of use consumers were charged the lowest off-peak rate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We knew how important it was for those spending more time at home to use the electricity they needed without fear of being charged excessive rates. And we wanted to let Ontarians know we had their backs. As COVID-19 continued into the summer months, our government continued to provide stability and predictability for all time of use customers, which is why we introduced a fixed COVID-19 recovery rate as of June 1st, 2020. Customers who pay time of use electricity rates are currently being billed the current average price of electricity, 12.8 cents per kilowatt hour, as determined by the Ontario Energy Board, regardless of the time of day. Compared to time of use pricing, the fiscally neutral COVID-19 recovery rate better reflects ongoing adjustments to Ontarians spending more time at home. That's because a price that doesn't vary by time of day enhances cost predictability and stability for residential, small business, and farm customers at a time when their electricity use may be much different than it is normally. And since Ontarians continue to spend more time at home during the day, this fixed rate will be in place until October 31st, 2020. I would also like to point out that the transition from the off-peak rate to the COVID-19 recovery rate has helped free up funding for other important government priorities, like healthcare and education, during the COVID-19 outbreak and recovery period. Our government also knows that when it comes to electricity use, one size does not fit all. When the COVID recovery rate ends on October 31st, electricity customers can benefit from a pricing plan that best suits their household and lifestyle. Starting November 1st, 2020, customers will have the option to return to time of use pricing or to switch to a tiered rate pricing plan, which will provide a fixed rate for electricity up to a certain level of consumption. And our government continues to subsidize residential, small business, and farm electricity bills across the province by 31.8% through the Ontario Electricity Rebate. Further to these pricing measures, our government and the Ontario Energy Board have taken additional steps to support electricity customers during this challenging time. For example, we're providing $9 million in support for electricity and natural gas customers through the COVID-19 Energy Assistance Program, or CEAP. This program provides families who are struggling to pay their electricity bills with a one-time payment to help with electricity and natural gas bill debt incurred over the COVID-19 outbreak period. We're also investing $8 million through the COVID-19 Energy Assistance Program for small business to help small businesses struggling to pay their electricity bills as they begin to return to full service and operations. We also took action to assist commercial and industrial electricity consumers with temporary relief on their electricity bills as a COVID-19 relief measure. For example, we deferred a portion of the global adjustment, the GA, charges for large industrial and commercial electricity consumers for the period from April to June 2020. We also helped mitigate the economic impact of COVID-19 by increasing flexibility for large consumers to qualify for Ontario's Industrial Conservation Initiative, or ICI. And we implemented a peak hiatus under the ICA to relieve participants of the need to reduce their electricity demand during peak hours, allowing them to focus on returning to full levels of operation. The changes were designed to help ensure fairness while removing barriers that would impact a company's ability to restart and get back to work. In addition, the changes are intended to assist industrial and commercial consumers participating in the ICI by providing more stable electricity prices next year. Supporting all Ontarians through these unprecedented times continues to be our government's top priority, and especially their health and safety. But while our primary focus remains protecting that health and well-being of all Ontarians, we're also committed to getting our provincial economy moving again and moving ahead with our priorities for Ontario's energy system. That's why we established the Energy Ministerial Advisory Council as part of the province's Ontario Jobs and Recovery Fund consultations to hear directly from the stakeholders on how the energy sector can support Ontario's economic recovery. Over the course of the summer, we received comprehensive advice from many organizations within the energy sector, including the Ontario Energy Association and many of its member companies. And I want to say thank you on behalf of Minister Rickford and I for all of your efforts and your input. The expertise of these organizations spanned electricity generation, distribution, transmission, storage, as well as oil and natural gas. Again, I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for taking time to participate in these discussions. Both your innovative ideas and practical advice are truly valued by our government. As a result of these consultations, the Council made 24 recommendations that focus on system costs, increasing load, infrastructure, small modular reactors, regulatory changes, procurement, and training and skills development. We recognize that one of the key ways to accomplish our recovery strategy is through good governance and responsible financial management. That's why our government is delivering on our plan to modernize the Ontario Energy Board to provide more effective governance structure and ensure that the regulator can provide forward-looking regulatory frameworks to the industry. Just last week, we announced the new governance structure for the OEB, the result of extensive consultations and stakeholder feedback over the past years, and reflective of the advice of the OEB Modernization Panel. These changes will help the OEB operate in a more transparent and efficient manner, and enhance its accountability to government and stakeholders as we emerge from the current crisis. Moving forward, we will continue to count on the cooperation of our energy sector partners, like the Ontario Energy Association and all of its members, to help Ontario's post-COVID economic recovery and get Ontario back on track. Again, to all the winners, to your teams, to your families, thank you so much, well deserved, and I'm so honored and proud to be part of the energy sector. Thanks so much and have a great day.
Well, thank you very much, Minister Walker. I hope that my audio is working better. I understand that my audio was not particularly clear during the opening segment, so I apologize for that. We had tested it out, but apparently it was not that clear. I've got a headset on, so I think it should be better now. So Minister Walker, I want to thank you for making yourself available today to participate in our award ceremony, and in general for being so available to the association, but to the sector in general overall since your appointment 2 years ago. I also want to recognize the tremendous effort and the tremendous leadership from this government, including the Premier, but the Cabinet as a whole, through the challenges of the pandemic over the last several months. There's no more essential service than power, energy, electricity, and for a lot of people that is a significant cost on their bill. For a lot of individuals and for a lot of small businesses, that's a significant expense that they have on a monthly basis. So I want to thank you for all of your efforts to ensure that the sector was able to continue performing well and continue operating and working with us on that, and also to ensure that that small businesses and residential customers were in a position where they could continue to obviously pay their bills, and you were looking for ways to mitigate some of the challenges that they have been working through. So thank you for that leadership, and thank you for being such a good minister and partner to the association over the last 2 years. I'll now hand things over to Vince Brescia, who's going to get our award ceremony underway. Over to you, Vince.
Captain's log, star date 100520. I'm on the bridge alone due to the Federation's COVID 519 social distancing guidelines. And not because the crew doesn't like working with me, just for the record. We traveled back to planet Earth for the OEA's Energy Awards 20. Word from the Federation is that there have been some incredible achievements in the energy sector in Ontario in the past year. Starfleet Command has directed me to return to the home planet, investigate, and report back. We want to take advantage of any new technological developments and innovation. I've been asked to start off the awards, which is a great honor. I'm going to zoom in now and get things started. All right, well, good afternoon, Earthlings. My name is Vince Brescia, and I'm the President and CEO of the Ontario Energy Association. Thanks again to Minister Walker for joining again this year. It's really great to have you back, Minister. Now it's time to recognize outstanding achievements in our industry with the OEA Energy Awards. Our winners this year exemplify the talent, professionalism, accomplishment, and innovation taking place in Ontario's energy sector. So charge your glass with your favorite beverage, whether a Cabernet or a Quarantini. Sit back and enjoy the show. Myself, I'm trying a beverage recommended to me by one of Earth's leaders. It's quite zesty, but it has a real kick to the finish. Anyways, will one company walk away with all the hardware this year like Schitt's Creek did at the Emmy Awards? Well, you'll have to stay tuned to find out. To start us off, I would like to introduce our Customer Service Awards sponsor, Cayenne. Please welcome Jonathan Minsky, co-founder, managing director of Cayenne, who will present our first award. Jonathan, make it so.
Thank you, Vince. Quite the introduction. On behalf of Cayenne, and as a previous OEA award winner, I'm honored to present the Customer Service Award to a very deserving recipient who definitely exceeds expectations when it comes to delivering service excellence. Hydro Ottawa's Service Desk project, launched and completed in 2019, improved the company's management of electrical service requests and in turn the customer experience. This was achieved by integrating Salesforce, a cloud-based customer relationship management solution, into the customer journey. The challenge facing Hydro Ottawa's Service Desk team was the receipt of approximately 6,000 requests annually, with only 50% of these requests advancing to execution. Given the attention required to manage each request, a 360-degree view of the customer and increased automation was critical. The solution had to be customer-centric and scalable to meet emerging customer and business needs. The completion of Hydro Ottawa's Service Desk project has resulted in major enhancements, translating into operational savings, improved processes, and increased customer communications. Hydro Ottawa has shared a short video that will give you a high-level overview of the project, the challenges, and the outcomes achieved.
For almost 10 years, Hydro Ottawa utilized a homegrown tool to manage the life cycle of customer service requests, from daily activities and workflows to job tracking, crew scheduling, and GIS updates. Anchored by Hydro's strategic direction and customer-centric business model, this 335,000 customer electric utility needed a new system to improve choice, convenience, control, and communications with customers. With the help of a third-party partner, they implemented an industry leader's platform as the single point of entry for all customer information, account maintenance, and work order management. Its fully automated intake process and the integration of user profile and login information at initiation allows them to retain fundamental customer data. Executed within budget and completed on time, Hydro Ottawa's new CRM system offers many benefits, including simplified and streamlined website service request forms to enable customer service, an automated voice of the customer survey at the close of each job, and enhanced reporting capabilities with service level agreements and key performance indicators embedded into processes for easy tracking and measuring. Operations are already showing savings with reduced average call handle time and fewer customer calls. Plus, Hydro Ottawa now automatically pushes notifications to customers for next steps, improving the overall customer experience.
The winner of the 2020 OEA Customer Service Award is Hydro Ottawa. Accepting the award on Hydro Ottawa's behalf is Linda Larocque, Manager of Customer Care. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jonathan. Hydro Ottawa is extremely honored to be the recipient of the Ontario Energy Association's 2020 Award for Customer Service. On behalf of Hydro Ottawa, I would also like to thank the OEA for recognizing our service desk project with this award. As a company that provides an essential service to the public, nothing is more critical to Hydro Ottawa's success than our ability to deliver customer value. Hydro Ottawa's service desk receives thousands of requests from customers annually. And as you just heard, up to 50% of these requests never progressed to the execution. Automation was never a case of if, but of when. The introduction of Salesforce as Hydro Ottawa's cloud-based CRM system has improved service desk processes, enabling us to meet our customers' growing needs and expectations. But I can't underscore enough the fact that these projects' success is largely due to the talent and effort of Hydro Ottawa's people. First, the Customer Experience Steering Committee and the project's executive sponsor were deeply committed to the success of the project, always available to provide the necessary support to keep the project moving forward. And the ongoing pursuit of innovation and customer value is strongly supported by our entire executive management team, led by our President and CEO, Bryce Conrad. Equally important, this whole of company exercise with its cross-functional project team collaborated to plan, develop, test, and implement the service, all within a 6-month time frame. The sophisticated, intuitive, and integrated service that was built has enhanced the customer journey. As an implementation partner, Nubik provided support and troubleshooting capabilities to ensure that the project was executed according to plan. We believe we are poised to serve our customers well in an evolving landscape by embracing new possibilities for customer choice, control, and convenience. Through our early adoption of future-proof cloud-based CRM system, Hydro Ottawa is ideally positioned to capture all the promise the future holds in store for our customers. Thank you again.
Hello, everyone. Next up is the Innovation Award. Once again, we received many submissions in the innovation category. Many companies are doing innovative and exciting things, and it was extremely difficult to select a winner. What we look for in this category is a company with an innovation culture that pursues projects leveraging new technologies and paving the way to a brighter future for everyone that depends on reliable and efficient electricity supply. This year's winner pursued an initiative for spatially enabling asset management insights, helping to drive operational efficiency, improve reliability in the electrical system, enable the operations team to be more effective, and minimize outage times for customers. The project's key innovative solution was the design of an integrated geospatial data solution to leverage business intelligence insights for asset management professionals. This fusion of technology allows the asset management team to have a near real-time overview of the distribution assets, mitigating the use of hard copy records, time-consuming static report development, and other challenges associated with manually managing data to prioritize asset maintenance and replacement. The winner of OEA's 2020 Innovation Award is Oakville Hydro. Here to accept the award for innovation and say a few words is Jeff Mocha, Vice President of Enterprise Innovation. Congratulations, Jeff, and your team.
Yes, thank you. Oakville Hydro is thrilled to have been selected for the OEA Innovation Award. This award acknowledges our commitment to leveraging new technologies and paving the way to a data-driven future for everyone that depends on reliable and efficient electricity supply. Oakville Hydro's innovation-centric culture has been a key driver in the integration of geospatial technology and business intelligence. We are excited this sets the foundation for future predictive analytics and artificial intelligence to provide more effective asset data management processes, leading to enhanced reliability. We're happy to showcase the benefits related to this initiative across the province and beyond in order to provide knowledge and inspire action towards new possibilities. Thank you so much for your recognition.
Good afternoon. I'm very honored this afternoon to present the Outstanding Employee Award. I'm Jim Tweedy, the Vice President of Operations and Markets for the Canadian Gas Association. The award we're going to present recognizes an individual for their excellence and contribution to their organization and the customers they serve. This year's winner has been described by colleagues as having played a key role in their company's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The recipient was a member of the utility's 2 emergency response teams, as well as acting as emergency management coordinator for the business unit and representing it on the Enbridge Inc. Public Health Emergency Support Team. The situation was very, very fluid, and through his calm and practical approach, the recipient provided a wide level of guidance to the entire organization. The recipient excels at simplifying complex issues, which was particularly helpful in this situation. He quickly recognized that he could play a critical role keeping all the teams aligned on the information they were sharing, took ownership of that coordination, and positively influenced rationalizing processes and procedures to ensure they made sense for the business unit. His initiative during this challenging time helped Enbridge get timely, effective information out to all 3,400 field and office employees about how the company was responding to keep them safe and ensuring they could continue to safely and reliably provide energy to 3.8 million customers across Ontario and beyond. Today's winner has a wealth of industry experience with more than 20 years of service at Enbridge, as well as almost a decade with the Technical Standards and Safety Authority. His emergency management experience and depth of utility knowledge, as well as his calm, collected, confident approach, dedication, and willingness to take full ownership of complex issues made him pivotal to the success of the utility's response. His experience and diligence have also been impactful on a national scale as well, as a key member of the Canadian Gas Association's Mutual Assistance Task Force. As part of this group, the recipient has been instrumental in ensuring the legal and logistical mechanisms are in place for Canada's natural gas delivery organizations to be able to assist one another during times of extreme emergency. He has also made important contributions on the national stage on damage prevention and in educating first responders on natural gas safety. Please join me in congratulating the winner of the OEA Outstanding Employee Award, Mike Scarland, Enbridge Gas Inc. Congratulations, Mike.
Well, thank you very much, Jim. That's greatly appreciated. Thanks for the introduction, and great to see you again. The OEA is the credible and trusted voice of the energy sector, and I'm honored to have been selected to receive the 2020 OEA Outstanding Employee Award. It became apparent earlier this year that we're on the cusp of a worldwide pandemic. It was also apparent to Enbridge and to all OEA members that immediate actions were required to ensure continuity of service to our vital electrical and natural gas services. As indicated by the Honorable Bill Walker at the start of this event, our services are critical to all Ontario citizens. It was clearly not an option for Enbridge Gas to stop responding to hundreds of emergencies each day. One of our strategic intents at Enbridge is delivering the energy people want and need. And for us, this included customers such as vital frontline emergency response staff. However, we were dealing with an unprecedented situation. The virus wasn't well understood, and there was a shortage and supply of PPE worldwide. Enbridge activated its enterprise pandemic plan and all levels of our incident command structure, ICS, and all of our business units across North America for the first time in Enbridge history. The activation of our ICS provided the structure for strategic oversight of the overwhelming activities and decisions that were required, and to ensure clear and consistent communication to our employees, stakeholders, and the public. It's also important to note that there was significant activity occurring at the grassroots level. Our inventive frontline staff came up with creative solutions when faced with obstacles. The public counts on the services provided by energy companies. It was an amazing opportunity to be part of the COVID-19 response and to know that we didn't let them down. It means so much to me that the work I'm so passionate about also resonates with others. My sincerest thanks to Sean Cochane and Michelle George for nominating me for this award, and to the OEA for this recognition. Thanks again.
Okay. Now we're up next is our 2020 OEA Contributor Award. The recipient of this award is recognized for their leadership and contribution to the OEA and to the energy sector more broadly. This year's recipient's contributions to the OEA, to the sector, to her organization, and to society more broadly are breathtaking and too numerous to list here in the time we have. So I'll hit the highlights. First, she is a leader in the policy and advocacy work of the OEA. She has been the chair of the OEA's regulatory committee since 2016 and has been an active participant on numerous OEA committees and special purpose initiatives. She comes to the OEA meetings prepared, consistently makes a significant and thoughtful contribution to the discussion, and those are always delivered with courtesy and poise. Her engaging yet respectful style helps the OEA bring a wide range of perspectives to a consensus on important energy issues facing Ontario. I can't imagine how we would have prepared many of the OEA's policy and advocacy papers in the past few years without her leadership and input. Her contributions to the sector also go beyond the OEA. She chairs the EDA's Regulatory Council. She's chaired the Canadian Electricity Association's Regulatory Innovation Task Group and remains an active leader within the Coalition of Large Distributors. Over and above the tremendous impact she has within the energy sector, she is also generous with her time outside of the sector. She is the VP and board member of the Mainstage Theatre Company and a board member of Hamilton Health Sciences. She has also been an active volunteer for the Sindhi Cultural Association of Toronto and Girl Guides of Canada. Perhaps most impressive is that this individual contributed so much to the sector and society on top of her day job, leading the Regulatory Affairs Department for the newly formed Electra Utilities, where she develops and executes Electra's regulatory strategy, leads the development of evidence for applications, filings, and defense, including providing evidence and as an expert witness during proceedings, and strategizes and develops policy positions for emerging issues from the OEB, Ministry, and the ISO. And as if all of that wasn't enough, our honoree is a devoted mother of two, actively shuttling them to swimming, karate, and basketball activities, that is if their homework is done. I don't know where she finds the time, but we're grateful she does. It is my honor to congratulate this year's OEA contributor, Indy Butana D'Souza of Electra Utilities. Indy, thank you so much for everything you do for us.
Thank you so much, Vince, and thank you for this amazing honor that you've bestowed on me and that the OEA has bestowed. I was definitely surprised, and I'm humbled and grateful, especially since this comes from the association that represents the full diversity of our energy sector. As I often say, though, it's a little less humorous when it's in the context of a global pandemic. But I was struck by or caught the energy bug. Like, you really shouldn't be joking about bugs during this time, but got the energy bug 20 years ago, and I've never looked back. We have an amazing and innovative sector here in Ontario, comprised of incredible professionals from whom I learn and grow with each and every day. As I've been given this opportunity to provide a few remarks, I wanted to first thank everyone at Electra. From Brian Bentz, our president and CEO, to Max Cananzi and John Basilio, who took a chance on me and hired me at Horizon Utilities almost a dozen years ago, and to the rest of our executive committee. I am thankful for your ongoing support. I also want to thank all of my colleagues amongst the various departments at Electra. And finally, and most especially, I want to thank my regulatory team, past and present, the people that have been part of my team over these vast many years. You meet the challenges that we face in our regulatory framework with grace and fortitude to solve even the toughest of problems. And I'd also like to thank all of my peers across the sector. There are too many to name, but you are all incredible, and I would not have received this but for the contributions and your knowledge. Finally, last but not by no means least, I'd like to thank my husband, Dirk, and my beautiful children, Nevaeh and Rian, who make it all worthwhile and who have patience with me when I'm answering just one more email on my phone. And of course, my loving parents, Vidya and Jagdish, who are my first and most ardent supporters. In India, we have a greeting that is now most commonly understood during yoga practice in North America. But in India, it is both a greeting as well as an acknowledgement that I bow to you, not to diminish oneself, but out of respect for others. In these challenging times, when we cannot hug or shake hands at this most important time and in receipt of this award, to all of you whom I've had the pleasure to interact with over the last 2 decades and in the years to come, my hands together in my Indian greeting, I offer you Namaste. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Indy. On behalf of the OEA, I'm pleased to present the 2020 Company Award to Toronto Hydro for its achievements responding to the unique challenges faced by the industry this year as a result of the COVID-19 global health pandemic. This award is given to the company that has demonstrated comprehensive efforts to raise the bar for best practices in Ontario. When selecting a winner, the OEA looks at measures including customer service, safety, reliability, environmental actions, innovation, employee engagement, shareholder value, cost management, and overall corporate performance. Through these unprecedented times, Toronto Hydro focused on what matters most, providing customers with affordable, reliable, and safe electricity, while also continuing to make critical investments in its distribution system as to secure the current and future needs of Canada's largest city. While many were experiencing economic hardship, Toronto Hydro was able to provide relief exactly where it was needed most. In addition to partnering with the province on suspending disconnections and delivering pandemic on-bill credits, Toronto Hydro delivered an over 17% price reduction on residential customer bills, increased flexibility on its payment options, and reduced late payment charges by approximately 75%. While customers were in lockdown at home, Toronto Hydro crews were in the field, keeping the lights on and keeping essential services powered. The company worked directly with customers to adapt its work program to ensure that critical work in the field could continue while minimizing power disruptions. In these times of uncertainty, Toronto Hydro has provided thought leadership in both setting and execution of provincial energy policy to support helping people, including ensuring utilities and their suppliers were included on the province's list of essential services so that customers would continue to have safe and reliable electricity in their homes, grocery stores, and hospitals. For all of these reasons, the Ontario Energy Association is proud to present the 2020 Company Award to Toronto Hydro. And with that being said, I would like to invite Anthony Haynes, a man who needs no introduction, President and CEO of Toronto Hydro, to accept this award on behalf of the company. Take it away, Anthony.
Well, thank you very much, Carl. Oh, can you see me? I had a little glitch there. Can you see me, Carl?
Yes, I can.
You can, great, thank you. First of all, Carl, thank you for all those kind words. I hope you note in the video that I'm wearing my very best plaid shirt, in that I'm hiding out, of course, in the country, and I put my very best plaid shirt on when I heard that you were going to be the presenter to me. I also want to note, and Vince, in spirit of what you said earlier, my drink of choice this evening is a Burgundy. So I'm having a very lovely Burgundy. As you know, I seldom open a bottle of wine, but I decided to do it today. I want to make a couple of points. Carl's given a long list. But the first point is that we at Toronto Hydro is one for everyone, and I'm very grateful because of that. But I think I want to go further than that. This is really an award, the way I see it, in this exceptional year that really speaks to the job that all LDCs have done this year. I suppose, when we heard the bell, while others were heading in, we headed out. And when I think back on the year that we've had and communicating with all of my colleagues in the sector, I really think of four things that we've done that have been really exceptional. First thing and most important thing is we've kept this monster virus out of our companies and out of our operations and that of their families. That was without question the first thing we needed to do successfully, because simply put, without electricity, there is absolutely nothing else that can happen in a big city setting. And so all of our organizations did extremely well at keeping this virus out. Carl talked about some of the things we did for our customers, but a point that I wanted to make was also the way that we did it, showing our customers compassion and sensitivity as they were going through difficult times. A little war story is that one of the things we had to change was when we were doing planned work. The outage associated with planned work was obviously a different kind of inconvenience to our customers. And so we changed our processes, in fact, changed thousands of jobs so that customers would have very minimal outages for planned work and other things. So I'm particularly proud of the way that we've treated our customers with respect and compassion and helped in everywhere. You may recall at the early days of this pandemic, people were very worried about the financing. We as the LDC sector are really the cash flow. We're the bank account for this entire sector. And we, all of us, needed to make sure that while customers were having troubles paying their bills, we would have the funds necessary to pay ours. And so all of us have done a very successful job at making sure that this industry continues to have the funds coming into it necessary to operate. And finally, you heard Minister who 5 minutes of that gone through in a very rapid short term. And I think in this one, I would particularly want to recognize one of the employees of Toronto Hydro, Andrew Sasso, who, for those who don't know him, has been working around the clock in very short timeframes to help us all ensure that we get the best policy work that we can. So for all these reasons, I'm gracious and proud to receive this award, not only on behalf of Toronto Hydro, but all of my LDC partners. So thank you very much.
Well, congratulations to Anthony and Toronto Hydro. Our next award is the Leader of the Year Award. For this award, we encouraged employees to nominate a senior industry member who has demonstrated excellence in leadership. When reviewing the nominations, the following statements really stood out. A proven leader with a reputation for prioritizing safety, exceeding customer expectations, cutting costs, and improving operational performance. This year's winner is Mark Poeska, CEO of Hydro One, and there's a picture of him right there. Since joining Hydro One in May of 2019, just over a year ago, Mark has transformed Ontario's largest electricity transmission and distribution company to become more customer-driven, sustainable, safe, and efficient. With a new Ontario-focused corporate strategy and energizing vision and mission, Mark has set a clear direction for Hydro One to stand up for every customer and all Ontarians. Hydro One is creating a brighter future by advocating for change, always doing the right thing and investing in a sustainable system for generations to come. An excellent leader, Mark has already amassed many accomplishments, including the following. Hydro One implemented several safety measures and operational changes to ensure employee and customer safety during the COVID-19 pandemic. Hydro One also took steps to assist customers affected by COVID-19, including creating a pandemic relief fund, extending its winter relief program, suspending late fees for all customers, and returning approximately $5 million in security deposits to eligible business customers. Now, in terms of financial performance, second quarter 2020 earnings per share were $1.84, and if you look at the adjusted earnings per share, that's 39 cents compared to earnings per share, adjusted earnings per share in the same quarter in 2019 of 26 cents. So substantial increased growth in earnings per share, adjusted earnings per share since he joined Hydro One. And in terms of productivity savings, Hydro One has achieved 86 million in productivity savings in the second quarter of 2019, and that is a 61% or 62% almost increase year over year. So all around, very strong performance and a tremendous start as the new CEO of Hydro One. So for that reason, the award for the Leader of the Year does indeed go to Mark Poeska at Hydro One. So Mark, I'll turn it over to you to say some words.
Thanks, Mike. It truly is an honor to receive this award, and I would like to echo the comments you made at the beginning, actually, and thanking Minister Walker for his support of the industry and for the great job that his government is doing in managing through this pandemic. I also want to thank Captain Vince and the rest of the OEA Starfleet Enterprise team for bringing Ontario's energy leaders together and really for being a strong voice for all of us and focusing on advocacy, networking, and education. At Hydro One, we do participate in many of the OEA's committees, and I continue to be very impressed at the true collaboration and partnership in our sector. It is one of the few sectors that really is. Sorry, apparently my video is off. I'm just going to try and get that back on. I don't know what's happening. I can see it from my end. So I'll have to continue without the video. Sorry about that, folks. It was working earlier. Anyway, I want to go back to when I joined Hydro One, the company had really undergone significant challenges and changes, which required a new direction for the company. And what the board said to me when I first came in, and they were incredibly supportive and still are, is they encouraged me to take time to learn about the company and the energy landscape in the province. And I really want to thank the leaders of the sector who met with me, who helped me really understand the complexities of the Ontario energy system, many of whom are in attendance today. And you really were open, gracious, and supportive, and ultimately helped us on our journey to transform our business. Over the course of the last year and a half, I am proud of the accomplishments that Hydro One has achieved. We have a new executive team in place that has been integral in charting our new path. We renewed our strategy, our vision, and our mission with a focus on our customers and communities here in Ontario. It's our promise to always listen to our customers and communities, to be their voice, and to take action to meet their needs. Mike talked about some of the improvements and some of the things that have happened, and we're very proud of those things. We are making it easier for customers to do business with us through increased account flexibility, digital solutions, improved outage communications, and new energy saving products and services. And now, more than ever, as Anthony talked about, customers need our support. During this historic time, I believe we will all be evaluated for our commitment and contribution to helping customers, employees, and communities. And in addition to the things that the government has been doing to help support customers through this, we're also doing our part by introducing our Pandemic Relief Fund, which really offers financial assistance and flexibility to customers experiencing hardship This is in addition to the measures that the government has provided for customers. And we've also made a promise to keep customers connected throughout this. We're also proud of some of the aid we've been helping with. So we've provided food and supplies to communities across Ontario and importantly to the Indigenous communities we serve. And none of this would be possible without every teammate at Hydro One believing in our greater purpose to energize life for people and communities across the province. Many of the changes we are making at Hydro One have been driven by our passionate, hardworking, and dedicated employees. And I'd like to thank the leadership team that stands with me on this journey, as well as our 8,800 teammates who energize life in every corner of this province. I'm proud to accept this award on behalf of all of them and our collective efforts to do what is right for all Ontarians. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Brian Benz. I'm CEO of Electra. I'd like to congratulate Mark on your award you just received and all of today's winners, but I want to have a special acknowledgement and recognition to Indy Butani D'Souza for the contributor award she received earlier today. Way to go, Indy. We're very proud of you. The OEA's Lifetime Recognition Award provides us with an opportunity to formally celebrate the achievements of leaders who've made a significant contribution to our industry and the community over the course of their career. The recipients of this award, they've earned the respect and admiration of their peers for the inspirational leadership that they embody and their commitment to the energy industry at large. There is no one, in my view, who is more deserving of this recognition than Max Cananzi, President of Electra Utilities Corporation. Max will be retiring from Electra at the end of the year, and on behalf of all of the employees at Electra, our board of directors, and his vast network of peers in the industry, I am pleased and proud to present the OEA's Lifetime Recognition Award to Max this afternoon. Max played a major role in the creation of Electra, and of course, he's been a driving force in helping us to achieve operating synergies while maintaining strong levels of reliability and customer service. As a member of our senior leadership executive committee, his perspectives and influence have been tremendous. And while Max worked tirelessly to ensure we achieved our commitments and the success of Electra, he also made significant contributions to our industry. Max began his career in the utility business in 1986 at Scarborough Public Utilities, where he held several senior leadership positions. His first experience with utility consolidations occurred in 1998 when the former 6 municipalities of metropolitan Toronto merged along with utilities and Toronto Hydroelectric System was created. In 1999, he joined Toronto Hydro Energy Services, the newly formed commercial retail affiliate of Toronto Hydro Corporation, as vice president, where he set up their first energy marketing and trading operation for electricity and natural gas. In this capacity, Max negotiated some of the largest energy retail contracts in Canada. In 2003, he joined Hamilton Hydro as its president, where he led the successful merger with St. Catharines Hydro to create Horizon Utilities Corporation. The success of that merger and the subsequent exceptional performance of the company were recognized by the EDA in presenting Horizon with the OPG LDC Performance Excellence Award in 2006. Max is a passionate supporter of sustainability. He led Horizon's commitment to sustainability principles, and under his leadership, Horizon became the first utility in Ontario to publicly report its sustainability performance through the Global Reporting Initiative, and the first to publish a sustainability-based annual report. His work in sustainability was recognized by the Ontario Energy Association in 2009 when it presented Horizon with the Company of the Year Award. In 2011 and subsequently in 2012, the Canadian Electricity Association named Horizon Sustainability Company of the Year, making it the only company to ever hold that prestigious national award in consecutive years. Then, in 2013, the CEA named Horizon the first company in Canada to earn the association's Sustainability Electricity Company designation. Max was personally inducted into Canada's Clean 50 in 2013, recognizing the top 50 corporate leaders who are making an outstanding difference in clean capitalism. In 2016, under Max's leadership, Horizon achieved the #1 ranking in Canada by Corporate Knights Future 40 Companies in Clean Capitalism. Max has been an early and strong advocate of diversity and inclusion in the energy sector, ready to support women in the industry, whether in the trades or around the executive table. Max has also been deeply committed to the health and safety of his employees. During his career, Max has focused on expanding the principles and concepts of creating a safety culture into the areas of wellness and employee health. In 2017, Max led Horizon's merger with EnerSource and PowerStream to create Electra, which then acquired Hydro One Brampton to bring together nearly 1 million customers. In recognition of his leadership in the creation of Electra, he was awarded the Leader of the Year award from the OEA in 2017, shared alongside Peter Gregg and myself. The complex merger transaction was also recognized by the Canadian Dealmakers Association as Infrastructure and Utilities Deal of the Year in 2018. In 2019, Guelph Hydro merged into Electra, bringing together over 1 million customers. Max serves as a director of the boards of the Canadian Electricity Association, the Electricity Distributors Association, and the Ontario Energy Network. He has been a former chair of the CEA Board Sustainability Committee, former board member and chair of the OEA, former chair of the EDA. For his sustainability leadership on the CEA board and for chairing the CEA Board Sustainability Committee, Max was presented with the CEA Sustainability Leadership Award in 2019. Max, you've had a remarkable career. I know that you are now looking forward to spending quality time with your wife, Rosanna, and your daughter, Alexandra, and son, who have each embarked on exciting careers on their own. And on a personal note, I'd just like to say that from my experience, when you go through something like this, a merger of this size and complexity, and all of the challenges associated with it, you get to know someone really well. And I've been in the trenches with you for some time, and what I have come to know is a person who is incredibly smart, has an exceptional work ethic, and has impeccable integrity, and someone who I'm proud to call a colleague and a friend, and proud that we were able to create this company together. And so on behalf of all of the friends and colleagues that you have worked with and supported over the course of your career, congratulations on all that you have achieved. It is very well deserved, this award, and best wishes to you as you begin this next and exciting chapter in your life. Thanks, Max. And congratulations. Cheers. You can guess whether it's ginger ale or champagne. All the best.
Well, thank you, Brian, and thank you for those very kind and heartfelt words. And congratulations to all of the award recipients at this gala event, and congratulations as well to Captain or Admiral Brescia. I never knew you were in the Federation, but good to know. Thank you also to the OEA for this recognition. It was a very nice surprise that left me speechless. I am truly honored and humbled to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award. I have loved working in this industry every single day, admittedly some days more than others, but overall I've enjoyed the experience thoroughly. And yes, if you love what you do and passionate about making positive change happen, then it stands to reason that you may be fortunate enough to accomplish a few things along the way. And with certainly, I can say that it has been an amazing journey for me. I have also been privileged to have met a lot of amazing people over the years, people who have helped me to grow and have assisted me in achieving many things, without whom much would not have been possible. I am blessed to have gotten to know a great many of you here today, and most importantly, to be able to call you my friends. Someone who I was fortunate to have known and who greatly influenced me very early on in my career taught me two valuable lessons that I've always tried to keep at the forefront of my actions. First, always challenge the status quo. You can't sit back, or change will eventually overtake you. You need to be a change agent. And secondly, focus on the customer. If you do that really well, generally most other things will fall into place. This advice has served me well throughout my career. It has pushed me to look at things differently, try new approaches, and venture out of my comfort zone. As a result, I have never shrunk away from the challenge, and I am proud of my track record in delivering value to shareholders and customers alike. As a staunch supporter of competitive markets, I was thrilled to have had a front row seat and to have contributed to the design and development of the electricity marketplace during the 90s and early 2000s, both at the wholesale and retail levels. It's unfortunate that we've lost our way since and today have an overly centrally managed market, but my hope is that in time, as existing contracts come to an end, we will slowly peel back the layers and return to a more commercially driven and sustainably focused marketplace. I appreciate the great work that the OEA has done over the years in support of an open and competitive market. And as many of you know, I've also been a strong supporter of consolidation of electric utilities in Ontario and have spent a considerable part of my career in the pursuit of this objective. Having participated in a number of utility mergers and acquisitions over the years, I can tell you firsthand the benefits that can result to both customers and shareholders. And no better example of this exists than the transaction that I was proud to be part of that created Electra from the merger of EnerSource Horizon and PowerStream and the subsequent acquisition of Hydro One Brampton. Having partners who are aligned is critical for success. I want to recognize the other two CEOs, Brian Bentz, the current Electra CEO, and Peter Gregg, who took that leap alongside me several years back to make Electra possible. It has been a highlight of my career to have been part of one of the largest utility consolidations in Canada. As president of Electra Utilities, I was privileged to have led the consolidation effort for the utility company. I am extremely proud of what we were able to achieve. The merger of the four companies was effectively completed on time within 3 years, and synergy savings were overachieved. The merger will generate over $500 million in shareholder benefit over the first 10 years and deliver over $1 billion in customer savings thereafter. But beyond merger synergies, the vision for Electra has always been to create something far greater and far more important than the sums of its parts. And in that, we have succeeded as well. Electra serves over 1 million customers across 17 municipal communities, has a strong balance sheet, and is full of talented individuals poised to make a positive difference in our energy future, a future that will be based on sustainability. Electra's future is indeed bright, and for that I am most proud. While I feel honored to be recognized with this Lifetime Achievement Award, it's obvious that these accomplishments are not solely my own. They involve the collaboration and support of many others. To all of you that have supported me through the years, I thank you. There are simply too many of you to name, but you have my eternal respect and appreciation. For those of you that know me well, central in my life has always been my family. And I want to recognize my lovely wife, Rosanna, who has been my strongest supporter, and my children, David and Alexandra, who have joined me here today to be present at this event. Their support means the world to me, and I am so proud of them for what they have been able to achieve in their own lives. And to all of you, to all of my friends, and the OEA for this wonderful recognition, I truly appreciate it. And finally, last month I announced my plans to retire from Electra at year-end. I want to thank all of you who have reached out with your well wishes. It has been a difficult decision, but one that I know is right for me at this time. And although I'm retiring from Electra, I hope I'm not retiring from the energy sector, which I fully intend to continue to participate in some form or another. There is just too much interesting stuff that is happening, and that will happen in the near future to fully disengage. So I hope to see you around and hope to be part of more exciting initiatives. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Max, and congratulations. And you probably don't remember this, but I first met you about 18 years ago when I was barely a couple of months into the power sector and was working on developing a large wind project, but with not much knowledge of how to go about doing that with a couple of partners. And we sat down with you to explore some ideas, and you were extremely patient and generous with your time, and very, very helpful. And I remember that very clearly. So congratulations, Max, and thank you, Brian, and all the other participants in the ceremonies today. Congratulations definitely to all of our winners, and thanks again to all the applicants who put forward their success story. It's great to see such creativity and excellence and spirit of pride in our sector. What a wonderful array of accomplishments we have seen today. I would like to thank everyone for coming out and celebrating with us. And even if we couldn't do so face-to-face this year, it's great that we were able to still get together virtually. Thank you again to our event sponsor, Hydro One. Your generosity has made this event possible. I would also like to thank all of our volunteers, our committee members, and of course, the OEA team. You have all contributed to a thriving association. We hope to see you next year in person. Good evening and take care, everybody. Stay safe.